Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about something that we see and use every single day, from water bottles to mobile covers, that are plastics. But have you ever wondered how plastics behave when heated? Imagine a plastic bottle that can be melted and reshaped again and again. Now, think of an electric switch that stays hard and fixed no matter how hot it gets. Both are plastics but very different. In this presentation, we will see what are plastics and its types. So let's get started with basic. First, first we will understand. We will look towards what exactly plastics are. Plastics are materials that are made of long chains of molecules called as polymers. This can be molded into different shapes when heat and pressure are applied. In this image, you can see example of plastic. These plastics are important because they are light in weight, cheap to produce, and can be shaped into anything. So, plastics are high molecular weight polymers which can be molded in desired shape with the help of heat and pressure or at the time of preparation. So, next we will see classification of plastics. We use plastics in bags, bottles, furniture, toys, and in toys also. They are everywhere, but not all plastics are the same. Some can be reshaped again and again, while others stay fixed one shape. So let's understand what makes them different. So in classification of plastic, we will see this. So first type is thermosoftening plastic, and second type is thermosetting plastic. So first we will see the first type, that is thermosoftening plastic. Thermosoftening plastics are also called as thermoplastics. These plastics soften when heated and harden when cooled, and this can happen again and again. Think of it like chocolate. You can melt it, cool it, and melt it again. So, here you can see example of bottle. It can be reshaped many times using heat. It is soft and flexible. It is made of straight polymer chains. It has no strong bonds between chains. It is easy to separate. It can be recycled easily. It is less strong but easy to work with. So, like bottle, here are other examples are also given, like container, film, and sheet. These are examples of thermosoftening plastics. And we also can see thermosoftening plastic in pipes. In form of PVC is available. In plastic bags, polyethylene is available. In disposable cups, polystyrene is available, and in nylon, in fabrics, nylon is available. So now we will see in the next type of plastic, thermosetting plastic. I hope you understood thermosoftening plastics. So next we will see thermosetting plastics. Thermosetting plastics are thermosetting plastics harden when heated once, and they stay hard forever. After setting, they can't be melted or reshaped. Think of it like baking a cake. Once baked, you can't turn back into batter. So properties of these plastics are, it is strong and hard. They can only be shipped once. They are made of cross-linked polymer chains like a 3D net. They are very tough, durable, and heat resistant. They cannot be melted or recycled easily. They are used for permanent heavy duty applications. So we can see examples of thermosetting plastics in kitchenware in form of melamine, in adhesives in form of epoxy resin, in electrical switches in form of bakelite, in tires in form of vulcanized rubber, and other examples like polyesters, phenolic are given here. You can see. So now we will next see what the exact comparison between these two plastics. So first is of C. Thermosoftening plastics are generally formed by addition or chain polymerization, but in thermosetting plastics they are generally formed by condensation polymerization. Here you can see examples of both these plastics. Now we are looking their exact difference between these plastics. So next is they consist thermosoftening plastics consist of linear chains with negligible cross links, but in thermosetting plastics they are three-dimensional due to cross links. In thermosoftening plastics, monomers used are bifunctional in the form of C double bond C. For example, alkenes and substituted alkenes. But in thermosetting plastics, monomers are used with higher functionality. Exam So in next thermosoftening plastics, it gets softened on heating and hardened on cooling repeatedly. But in thermosetting plastic, it do not soften on heating, and if heated excessively, they decompose and or burn. So in thermosoftening plastic, they are relatively low molecular weight of polymer, but in thermosetting plastic, they are relatively very high molecular weight of polymer. In thermosoftening plastics, they are soluble in some organic solvents, but in thermosetting plastics, they are insoluble due to strong bonds and cross links. In thermosoftening plastics, this can be recycled from waste, but in thermosetting plastic it cannot be recycled. In thermosoftening plastics, shapes can be changed number of times uh, by heat or pressure application, but in thermosetting plastic, one shape given in the mold, reshaping not possible. They can be sawn, cut, drilled. In thermosoftening plastics, they are weak. They are weak, soft, and less brittle. But in thermosetting plastic, they are hard, strong, and more brittle. In thermosoftening plastics, examples are polyethylene, polystyrene, PVC, Teflon. And in examples of thermosetting plastics are phenol, formaldehyde, urea formaldehyde, silicons, polyesters. I hope you understood the difference between between thermosoftening plastics and thermosetting plastics, and what exactly the meaning of plastic. So, for here, conclusion is if we need a plastic that we can melt and mold again, we choose a thermosoftening plastic. Thermosoftening plastics are good for things that need to be reshaped or recycled. But if we need something strong and heat resistant that keeps its shape forever, we choose a thermosetting plastic is the right choice. Thermosetting plastics are better for strong, durable parts that shouldn't melt. Choosing the right plastic depends on how it will be used. Both plastics have their own uses in our daily lives. Knowing the difference helps us to understand which plastic is best for which job. Thank you.